All right, everybody, welcome to class. Today we're going to keep things pretty low to the ground, pretty gentle. This is a good class to take if you are feeling like you need to take it easy. Maybe if you're working toward recovery, you need a good stretch, and you really want to just allow yourself to have that time to absorb everything, to take up space on your mat. Be sure to meet yourself where you are. You're welcome to use blocks. You're welcome to use blankets. Another rolled up mat could be a good support for your spine, for your hips, for anything that you might need it for, and have some fun with it. Let's begin in Sukhasana. It's just a cross-legged position. We've got our right leg out in front of us. Again, you can sit up on something if you need to. Hands are going to come to your knees. With your breath in, roll those shoulders up towards your ears. Pull against those shins as you pull your shoulders down, lengthening through the sides of your neck. Again, roll those shoulders up, pull them back, and then draw them down. Big circles around, up, back, and down. With your next inhale, send your arms toward the ceiling. Interlace your fingers, but keep your index finger facing up. As you exhale, round through your back, pull against your hands, pull that chin in towards your chest. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Fingers point down towards the floor. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Let your hands land on your mat. Glide it forward. Keep those sits bones rooted as you continue to crawl towards the top of your mat with your fingertips. And you can add some movement side to side, maybe a weight shift through the hips or through the palms. As you inhale, sit yourself up, send your arms out. Give yourself a hug around. We have our right arm on top, reaching for opposite shoulders. Roll them down and back. Bring your gaze up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, release your left hand down towards the floor. Circle your right arm over. Keep that right side of your body heavy as you reach through those fingertips. Now let's bring our right hand down towards the left knee. Press against it. Send your left arm back behind you. So you can find this forward fold, maybe rounding through your upper back if you want to stretch your shoulder blades, or lift up higher, proud through the chest, length through the spine, finding a rotation if you want to add that twist here. Send your left arm over. Fingertips come towards the right side. Pull against whatever you've got, rounding through those shoulder blades. Now keep your elbows stacked, backs of the hands together, or palms weave to touch. Inhale, lift those elbows high. Exhale, pull them in, chin towards the chest, length through the sides of the neck. Bring your gaze up, keep your elbows down. Arms come parallel, bring them behind you, roll those shoulders down and back, press into your mat, press into the pinky edges of your feet as you roll forward towards those shins. You can wiggle through your shoulders, maybe you roll them down, pressing the floor away. Maybe you bring your gaze up, maybe you drop your head back. Exhale, chin towards the chest, sitting yourself down. Take this right leg, knee goes up, hand comes to the ankle. Pull that heel underneath your hip. Now shift to the right, pressing into your left hand. Left foot comes down on the ground. So I'm in this half kneeling position. Hands come back behind you. Again, roll those shoulders down and back. Press your right shin down towards the floor. You can lift your hips up here if you so desire. Maybe you're pressing down, finding extension through the front side of your body. Deep breath in wherever you've decided to land. And exhale, hip comes back towards the heel. You're going to take this right foot, swivel it across, sit onto the right hip, and now your left foot is in front, Sukhasana. Hands come towards those knees. We're going to switch the direction of our shoulder rolls. So lift your shoulders up, pull them forward, and pull them down. Draw it back, lift it up, forward, and down. You can get your spine involved, or you can really isolate through those shoulders, keeping the neck long the entire time. So it is up to you how you would like to approach. With your next breath in, send those arms high, interlace, weird clasp of the thumbs, so the one that feels unnatural on top. Point through your index finger. Exhale, point down towards the floor, round through that back, chin towards the chest. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in long through the side body, open through the chest. And exhale, rounding it out. Release the hands to the mat. Crawl the fingertips forward. Sink those sits bones back. Forehead comes towards your mat. Inhale, rolling up, dragging through the palms. Send your arms out like a T, opposite cross of the arms. Bringing the left on top, right underneath. Give yourself that hug around. Length through the sides of the neck, length through the side body. Maybe you take a little wiggle side to side. Release your right forearm down towards the floor. Left arm circles overhead. Keep that left side heavy as you stretch through that left side body. Left hand, right knee. Find your spinal extension if you're coming through more of a twist, or pull against to stretch that shoulder blade, and then bring the arm back behind you. Let's reach the right arm over. It's coming on top of the left, grabbing the opposite knee. Round through those shoulders, pull your knees away from you. Taking that bind, back of the hands, we're weaving palms to touch. Inhale, lift through the elbows. Exhale, tuck things in. You can round out if you would like. Keep those elbows down. Keep your neck long as you lift through the chest, as you bring your gaze up, maybe looking overhead. Let's exhale, release. Bring your hands behind you, roll those shoulders down and back, press down, roll towards the shins, lifting up, rolling the shoulders down and back, pressing the mat away. Chin comes in, shoulders round forward, hips come down. Grab that left ankle, bringing the knee up, shift to the right. Now bring the heel underneath the glutes. Your knee might be out on the diagonal, that's all right. We're taking our right knee, bringing it up, sole of the right foot to the floor, shifting our weight to the left. So we're just coming into this half kneeling position on the opposite side. Hands come behind you. Tuck through the tail, stretching the front side of that thigh. Perhaps you find a little bit of height. Perhaps you add the upper body, pressing the floor away, lifting the gaze up, continuing to press the shin down towards the floor. You can squeeze through that left glute here. Deep breath in to stay. Breath out, chin in, roll those shoulders forward, lower the hips down. Let's crawl our hands forward. We're coming right into a tabletop. So just coming over that right foot, lowering the knee down. Bring your knees together. Shift your hips towards the right side. Bring the gaze to the left. Breathe in as you come center. And switch this out. Breathing in returns you through center. Knees can come about as wide as the hips. We're taking a puppy pose. So walk your hands out in front of you. Begin to melt your chest down towards the mat. If this bothers the tops of your shoulders, you can turn your thumbs so they're facing up. That'll give you a little more space through that shoulder girdle. Of course, you don't have to come down super low. You can also place a mat, a bolster, blocks underneath your forehead, underneath your chest to make this a bit more restorative, less effortful. And you can always shift your hips in the direction of your heels to take some of that pressure off. You might even get more of a stretch through your triceps, through your armpits, maybe through that side body if you decide to make that adjustment for yourself. Breathing in, press down into those palms, walk them back in, returning to your tabletop. Let's send our right arm towards the ceiling. Gaze is going to follow. And then thread it underneath the body. Back of the hand, shoulder, and ear come down to the mats. You have a few options here. You can stay as you are. You can take your left hand, grab a hold of that wrist, and then pull it away. So imagine somebody is standing on the left side of your room, and pulling your fingertips away from your body so that you can get into the back of that shoulder a little bit more. You might even find a little bit of movement here. So we have opposing lines of energy. Weight is shifting to the right, but you're actively pushing to the left. Maybe you extend your left arm up towards the ceiling, rotate the palm away, bringing the back of the hand to the low back or the opposite hip crease. Try to roll your shoulders down and back. Maybe you sink your hips towards your heels. Maybe you move your neck around, looking up, looking across. Wherever you've landed, go ahead and release. Make your way back through tabletop, sending that right arm overhead towards the front of the mat. And finally, returning it down. Let's send our left arm high, thread it under. You have the same options here. Maybe you want to explore something different. So you can stay hips over knees. You can keep your right hand down on the ground and let gravity take over here, or actively press the back of the left hand down into the floor. Perhaps you take that half wrap. Perhaps you're finding that push and that lean to the left. Perhaps your hips are traveling towards your heels. Perhaps you're playing with the gaze. Maybe even rolling the neck around, pulling the chin in and lifting it up. Take another moment in this space. Before returning your right hand down to the ground, sending the left arm high, reaching it forward, and finally landing it down next to the right. Return to your Anahatanasana, puppy pose. Arms come out in front. Chest, chin, maybe forehead comes down towards the mat. Perhaps noticing if there's additional space available now that we've moved things around a bit. With your next breath in, glide forward, Sphinx pose, elbows below the shoulders, hips to the mats, arms in an 11 shape. Roll those shoulders down and back, press the mat away, lift your gaze out in front of you, press the tops of the feet down into the floor. As you exhale, let those shoulders shrug up towards the ears. Again, inhale, roll them back, press down, lift up. Maybe lift your elbows this time. Maybe squeeze those glutes, especially if you feel anything in your low back. As you exhale, lower down, shrug it up, relax through the hips. Last one, inhale, roll back, press down, maybe lift up, maybe straight arms. And exhale, shrug and release. Send your left arm out on the diagonal, bend through your right leg, right hand underneath the right shoulder, kick this guy over, relax through the side of your head, through your neck. Imagine breathing into the front side of the chest, releasing tension through the neck, through the face. As you return through center, bring that right knee out really wide in a 90-degree angle. This is our half frog pose. Now you can stay here, forehead down on the mat, or you can come back up onto your forearms. If you don't feel much, pull your right knee more towards the top of your mat and bring your heel more out to the side, so creating more of an obtuse angle between, like kind of in that knee pit, and more of an acute angle, so a smaller angle between the torso and the thigh. You can also lean over to the right a bit. That intensifies the sensation for me personally. Actively pressing down the inner side of the right foot, maybe even tucking through the tail a little bit, so we can get into those adductors, inner thigh muscles. If you started on your shoulders and would like to take a more passive version, maybe thread your right arm underneath or reach it over towards the left side, allowing your torso to collapse towards the floor, releasing tension through those shoulders, through the neck, and through the face. Let's return through center. Send that right leg back behind you. Elbows out to the side as you lower your chest. Right arm comes out. Left hand under the shoulder. Kick that left leg over. Finding your half scorpion, opening through the front side of the chest on the right. Breathing into the areas that feel like they're holding on, that feel a bit constricted. Imagining them becoming more spacious, more expansive. Exiting into half frog. Bringing that knee out to the side, rotating onto the belly, maybe tucking the tail, pressing down into the floor, maybe returning to the forearms, maybe looking across on the diagonal, maybe lifting the knee higher or sending the leg out, maybe even turning the sole of the foot down to the floor, getting some of that external rotation. And then see if you can find some more ease through the torso, releasing the tension, letting gravity take over. Return through center. Bring your hands just behind those shoulders. Tuck your toes. Press through the balls of your feet, pulling yourself into a cobra. And exhale. Send those hips towards the heels. Child's pose. Let your forehead come down. Relax through your hands. Land in this space for a moment. Deep breath in through the nose. Feel the expansion across the backside of your body. Gentle exhale through the mouth. As you inhale, shift forward into kind of a long tabletop. Tuck your toes underneath you. Lift your knees. Send the hips high. Downward facing dog. Pedal out your down dog, bending one knee and then the other. Sending your hips to the right and to the left, continuing to press the mat away. Softening through the shoulders, through the elbows. Staying soft through the ankles, through the knees. Finding some suppleness through the spine. Can add as much movement or as little as you would like. Bring those feet together towards the back of your mat. Inhale, lift up high. Exhale, your heels are going to go to the right. Try to keep your legs pretty straight. Press the mat away. Bring that chin in towards the chest. Inhale, return center. And exhale, heels to the left. Press the mat away. Stay long through that side body. Inhale, returning center. Walk your feet towards your hands. Finding a ragdoll towards the top of the mat. Again, soft through the knees, soft through the ankles. Reaching for opposite elbows. Gravity is your assistant here. Not forcing, just going along with it. Let's roll up nice and slow, generous bend. Keep those elbows as you roll up one part of the spine at a time. Bring your forearms overhead as you peel open through the front of your body. Now send those arms out, hinge at your hips, finding a forward fold, fingertips towards the ground. Generous bend, inhale, roll up, maybe a little bit faster this time, actively pressing through the feet into the floor. Send the arms high. Cactus opening up. Find the bind behind, reaching for opposite elbows or interlacing the fingers. Roll the shoulders down and back. Extend through the knuckles, maybe lift the thumbs away. Now exhale, hinge through the hips, soft bend through the knees, sending your knuckles overhead. Crown of the head hangs towards the floor. To release, generous bend, hands come towards the low back. Let your elbows come forward. It looks kind of like a chicken. It's a little bit funny. Now release your hands down towards the mat. As you take a breath in, sit your hips down, send your arms out in front of you, parallel to the floor or biceps by ears for Utkatasana chair pose. We're lighting up those legs. Exhale, folding deeply forward. Again, inhale, sit into that chair. Exhale, and fold. One more time, really press through the floor, sit those hips back. I like to press my feet down and away. Doesn't look like much, but they are shaking. They are working hard. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, roll up to standing. Bring those arms high. And as you exhale, hands land, heart center, heart and belly, or down by your sides. Send those arms high once again. We're going to flip the right palm towards the ceiling, reach for the wrist with the left hand, kick your weight to the right, and pull through the left arm, taking a side bend, just like so. Don't overthink it. Deep breath in. As you exhale, softly bend through those knees as you close off. We're making a big circle around. So coming through center, reaching it to the right, opening things up, switching the clasp at the top, kicking the weight to the left, reaching long through the right, length along that left side body. Now close off. Make sure you're bending through your knees. You can rotate, chest down towards the floor, coming through center. Release tension through the head, through the neck, and lift back up through center. Let's cactus the arms, interlace behind, weird thumb on top this time. Find your clasp, roll it down and back. Exhale, find your hinge. You might have a little more wiggle room this time. If you do, notice that. If you do not, don't sweat it. It is what it is. Bend through the knees, hands come towards the low back, elbows come forward. Contract yourself into this little ball for a moment. Now sit into your Utkatasana chair pose once again. Exhale, folding it forward. Frame your left leg. We're going to step back with our right, coming into a low lunge. Your knee comes down. We're still hips width with the legs. Untuck your right toes. Send your arms up. Shift the hips forward. I'm okay if you open up through the front of the body here. Deep breath in. Palms come to touch. Thumbs come towards the back of the neck. Maybe you interlace. Open up through the elbows. Let your head drop back into those palms. As you exhale, straighten through your front leg. Elbows come towards one another. Forehead comes towards the knee. If you need to drop the hands, drop them. Let's inhale, open back up into your Anjaneyasana. And exhale, half split. This last time, open it back up. As you exhale, straighten the leg, release the hands down on either side. Take a little wiggle side to side through those hips. Maybe lower your front toes and then pull them back. Notice how that changes things for you, if it does at all. Rebend through your front leg, crawling your hands forward. Tuck through your right toes. Lift your right knee up. Pull the chest forward. Runner's lunge. Take a little forward and back shift. Square through the hips. Left hip back, right hip forward. Right hand plants down, left arm goes high. Twisted lunge, length through the neck. Palm faces away, bring it towards the low back. maybe opposite hip crease, roll that shoulder down and back. Relower your right knee, untuck those right toes. You have the option to stay right here or to reverse this. So pressing down through your front foot, coming onto your front fingertips, sending your right arm towards the ceiling. We're keeping our torso open to the left. Exhale, elbow comes towards that knee. Make a little platform, release that back arm, palm to palm, press down, find that twist. As you inhale, release, plant, tuck, lift, and step forward, forward fold. Step that left leg back. Lower the knee. Untuck the toes. Bring the arms up. Send those hips forward. Make sure you have room. I need to widen my stance. I like to be almost on a little bit of a diagonal. If you've got an externally rotated structure about your hips, that might feel better for you. Palms come to touch. Thumbs towards the neck. Maybe you open up, finding this chill position with the arms. Exhale, straighten, elbows come towards one another, toes pull back. If your balance suffers at all, you don't need to straighten the leg or release the hands. Let's take a breath in, bend, open, and a breath out. Close and straighten. One more time. Inhale, we're really opening up through the front of the body here. Exhale, stretching through the back. Release the hands down. Swivel your hips around. Point and flex your front foot, lowering the toes down, pulling them up. Let's rebend. Crawl the hands forward. Tuck and lift through your back knee. Square through your hips. Maybe a little forward and back shift through the ball of your back foot. Excellent place for blocks, by the way. Left hand plants down. Open through the right arm. Length through the neck. Add your bind, palm away, low back or opposite hip crease. If this bothers your shoulder, simply drop it. Lower your left knee, untuck your left toes. Reverse, so we need to press into that front foot. We need to scissor the inner thighs, strong through the core as we lift things up, keeping our torso rotated open towards the right. Left elbow, right knee. Whew, this might be enough. Palm to palm. Press down, lift up and out, length through the neck. Your inhale unwinds you, lowers the hands, tucks, lifts. This time, send your right leg back behind you. Hips go high. Downward facing dog. Notice how this feels this time around. Maybe pedal out. Maybe move through the hips. Let's lower our knees down, untuck our toes, hips towards the heels, child's pose. Release the head, the nose, and the elbows towards the mat. As you inhale, come up into this high kneeling position. Bring your inner thighs together. Let's take a breath in, lift your hips up, send your arms high. As you exhale, hands come alongside the torso, sit your hips back towards your heels. Wonderful. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, bring your hands to the right as you sit your hips back. I'm going left, that's okay. Let's inhale, come through center. And exhale, look in the opposite direction, hands sink back. Bring it back through center. Let's stay up tall this time. We're coming into Ustrasana, camel pose. So hands can come towards the low back. You can turn your fingers up or down. Roll those shoulders back, draw your elbows towards one another, lift through the chest. It's a little bit uncomfortable for me. I prefer my hands towards my thighs, finding that roll back, finding that tuck through the tail, and then that lift through the chest. If you have it available, you can lean back. Make sure you don't dump into your low back. Maybe reaching for one ankle or heel and then the other. Some of us will prefer to begin in a kneeling position and then tuck and roll into this. That is my preference. And then if you tuck your toes underneath you, that's going to lessen the distance between your hands and your heels. That can be the preference for some of us as well here. Chin comes towards the chest, roll those shoulders forward, send your hips back towards your heels to release, untuck your toes, and land back in your Virasana. It's a kneeling position. You can have your knees in a V shape or bring them together. Let's close our eyes or soften our gaze. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it out. Again, deep breath in. Open mouth, letting it out. Last one, breathing in. Keep the lips sealed. Exhale, letting it out. Now, if you'd like to spend some more time here, if you want to tack on some more movement, feel free to do so. If you'd like to land in a Shavasana or some final resting position, make your way there. As for our time together, this is going to conclude our practice. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this class, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you here again next time.